Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala nabina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Dear brothers and sisters, today inshallah I will cover my Hajj trip. As Muslim, we should know that Hajj is a part of our deen. It's one of our fifth principles in Islam. As the Prophet ﷺ said, بُنِيَ الْإِسْلَامُ عَلَى خَمْسٍ, and one of those khams is al-Hajj. So, brothers and sisters, the Prophet ﷺ said Islam is established in five principles. One of those principles, Hajj al-Bayti liman istata'a ilayhi sabila, to perform Hajj if you can. Now, I will explain to you what happened to me in Hajj, and I will give you some hints if you really want to go Hajj in the future, what you should do, what you should avoid. As of me, alhamdulillah, I've been doing Hajj for more than 25 times. And wallahi, I'm not saying this for anything, but I wanted to transform what I have learned to you, so when you try to do Hajj, you really do it in a smooth way that will really get the benefit for you. Number one, brothers and sisters, what I want you to do is, number one is to have a good intention for Hajj. So good intention is needed. Number two, start collecting halal money so you can manage your Hajj trip. Number three, you start book your Hajj in advance. Of course, the Saudi government now, they established a website called nusuk.gov.sa. nusuk.gov.sa. So what you need to do, you need to start putting your name there. You need to have pictures, passport pictures with you, and then you have to have a copy of your passport to upload it onto the Nusuk system so you can reserve your Hajj package. Okay, there are two kinds of Hajj package, or you can have three kinds of Hajj package. Number one, Hajj package with masha'ir only. Number two, Hajj package with masha'ir and second, which is iqama, staying in there. And there are a Hajj package with staying in Mecca and Medina. You have Hajj package with no staying, called masha'ir. Hajj package with masha'ir and second, which only during the Hajj time, the 5 days of Hajj. Or you can buy a whole complete package, which starts from the day you leave till you come back, which is including hotel in Mecca, hotel in Medina, including also the visa requirement, including everything else. Okay, food and all that stuff. So the average between that and that, it starts from $2,000 up to $20,000. It depends on what kind of Hajj package you want. Okay, now I will start with my own Hajj package, which I have chooses for myself. What I chooses for myself, I chooses only masha'ir. So what I picked up for my Hajj package called masha'ir only, no staying, no hotels in Mecca, no hotels in Medina. So masha'ir only, what happens is you come on the 8th of the Hajj, supposed to be. People, they will meet you, they will give you your parcel or whatever it is, and then they will meet you in Mina, they will give you iqama in Mina, okay? And then they will take you to Arafat, and from Arafat they bring you to Muzdalifah, from Muzdalifah back to Mina for 3 nights. After that, you're supposed to be going back home. That is called al-masha'ir only. No Mecca staying, no Medina staying, nothing else. Okay, this is what I choose for myself as a person that I thought I'm a very experienced person in Hajj, more than 25 times in Hajj. Now, brothers and sisters, I bought a package. As you can see, here is the package I bought for a company called Al-Rifada company. Okay, So I bought the package. I got it confirmed on the 21st of June. Now there is no time to fly. So I paid 8,770.43 SAR, Saudi Riyal, which is about $2,200. Okay? So now it's the 21st of June, so I need to travel. And you can see here, this is a receipt for the package. It shows like Mashar only, no staying in Mecca or Medina. And this is, of course, my visa. You can see this is my visa I issued here. Okay? Now, after that, I start thinking about buying my own ticket. Today is the 21st of the Hajj, so I can't, 21st of June, which is, the 4th of the Hajj. Saudi airport does not allow people to enter after the 5th of the Hajj from Medina and Jeddah. So you can't enter Saudi Arabia after the 4th of the Hajj of any airline. The only airline they allow you to enter is Saudi Airlines. So what I have thought, I start thinking about how can I make a airline ticket. So what I have done is I start investigating and looked at what is the last day I entered Saudi Arabia. Now today is the 21st. I'm not going to be able to travel till the 22nd. 22nd is going to be that specific date, which is the 4th of the Hajj. Now it's too late for me to travel. So what I have done, I wanted to enter on Saudi Airlines. So what I decided is I bought a ticket from Houston to Dubai, as you can see, on the 22nd of June, as you can see here, 22nd of June, as you can see, Houston to Dubai on Emirates Airline. I paid about almost $1,200 for this ticket. Okay? Now, from Dubai to Jeddah, the price of the ticket in Saudi Airlines is very expensive. It went almost $800 to $900. So I said, okay, let me work on something else. So I looked at the ticket available. So I went and I found out another airline, which is Saudi Airline, goes from Abu Dhabi to Jeddah, which the ticket value is about $300. So I saved about $500 in the ticket. But you have to fly to Dubai, and then you take a taxi from Dubai to where? To Abu Dhabi. From Dubai to Abu Dhabi. Taxi. It's an hour and a half driving. I paid about $81. I bought it online. Very nice people, very nice company. So my flight was 8 o'clock out of Houston, arrived into 8 o'clock into Dubai. I spent about an hour by the time I got out of the airport. I collect my bag, which I don't have no bags. I just decided to take one single bag. I just bought just very simple stuff there, whatever I need, like some masks. And I bought like one, really jalabiya. That's it, jalabiya. And then I have two underwear with two underwear, clothes. And really basically one, sport pants and sport t-shirt. That's it. Nothing else, brothers and sisters. So I made it very light. Remember, in Saudi Arabia, you can buy things very cheap over there. If you need a jalabiya, you spend $10, maybe $15, you can buy a good jalabiya over there. Maybe $20, you can buy a very nice jalabiya, like al-asil or something like that. So you don't need to take too much stuff with you. Unless if you have like specific medicine you want to take, you can take some Advil, small bag of Advil like that if you need it. Or if you have about blood pressure, you can take your medicine with you. And if you have a sugar, you can take also your medicine. That's it. Take about a couple of $1,000, maybe $3,000 max. That's it. So I take that because I don't have no iqamah there, so I need to rent a space for myself. So anyway, on the 23rd of June, which is the 5th of the Hajj, I walked, I think, around 2.47 miles in my feet. So, just looking for ihram because I don't have ihram with me. So I need to look for ihram. Think about it. I left in one day I don't have ihram in my house. So I said, okay, let me just go buy the ihram from where? From Dubai or from Abu Dhabi. Anyway, I decided just let go. I will buy the ihram from Abu Dhabi. So we're at Abu Dhabi looking for ihram. Believe me, the whole airport does not have even ihram except one small place. They selling chocolate and stuff like that, and they have a very like few of them like that, maybe 10 ihrams. That's it. A whole airport does not have even a jalabiyya. All the clothes over there is Western clothes, t-shirt, pants, jeans, this kind of like stuff, but not even one single jalabiyya in there. Ihram was just about one store in the whole airport selling ihram. Do you know how much I paid for it? 155 dirham for one ihram. Outside it's going to be 25 dirham, 30 dirham outside. If you bought it even here in the US, you pay about $10 or $15. Nice one, maybe you can buy it online for $20, $25. Now I paid 155 dirham for it. So I'm gonna calculate for you 155 over 3.74. You're talking about $42 just for one single ihram. So avoid that. So number one, you avoid. Make sure you have your ihram with you before you travel. Okay. Now I traveled from Abu Dhabi to Jeddah. I left airport in Dubai around 9 o'clock. Arrived into Abu Dhabi around 9:30 p.m. Okay. Now I stayed looking for ihram. As I said, I've been running around the airport 2.47 miles. Looking for, I went to the whole airport from one terminal to another terminal to another terminal till I found one of the people who work inside the airport. So when you ask people, do not ask regular people. Ask really people they are working inside the airport, especially the people from United Arab Emirates. The info desk is the best thing you can go. I went after I got tired. I asked where is people, from they work for the airport. I wanted somebody to help me, so they guided me to one guy there. He worked for the airport. He's like a manager or something like that. He's from United Arab Emirates. I asked him, where is the ihram? I went to the whole airport again. He said, you go this place and that place. And then at the end of the day, after running around 2.47 miles, I found one ihram for 155 dirham. Then the ticket I bought from Abu Dhabi to Jeddah was in Saudi Airline. Now Saudi Airline, they will let you board with no question. Up to the 7th of the Hajj, you can fly with Saudi Airlines. No problem at all. As long as you have a visa, Saudi Airline will take you. Okay, so now, alhamdulillah, I guarantee my boarding on Saudi Airlines that I will be in Jeddah. So I arrive at Jeddah on the 24th of the Hajj around 4:05 a.m. So that's my arrival time. 4:05, okay? So when I arrived into Jeddah, I met with the people. I asked who's in charge here. So he guided me to people like they have some kind of like different color there. So I asked, sir, can you help me? I came here and I have this. I bought this package from a company called Rifada, and I have a visa and everything. And then what should I do? So he guided me. Okay, go outside and then you meet these people. So I went outside. I met people, and they guided me to go to meet somebody work for the Al-Wukala Al-Muttahidun, like Union or United something there. Okay, so I asked the people, okay, what is my options? So they said you have two options. The option number one is take a private car, or you can come with the bus. My experience, bus take about 8 hours because you have to go, single people, and they drop every person. So I said, no, I don't want to take the bus. Let me go with the private car. How much is the private car? Oh, 700. So I paid 700 Saudi Riyal for a private car. The private car was very nice, no problem at all. So I take the private car straight to Mecca. So maybe around 5:30, I was outside. 6 o'clock we were leaving with the car, private car, 700 Riyal, $200. So I went with the driver. We went straight. Of course, at the middle of the road, we have some kind of like checkpoint. So they checked my paperwork. They waited almost about 10 minutes to check it out. And after a while, the soldier over there doesn't know. So my advice to you, do not argue with soldiers, okay? Do not argue with soldiers because they can, really delay your trip. So the best way, just be nice to them. If they ask questions, just answer it and just show them. And some of them, they doesn't know. So I have to explain it to them what kind of visa I have. And here it is. And here is the stamp I got at the airport and all that. And this is my Hajj visa. And at the end of the day, they let me go. So we went to Mecca. We arrived in Mecca in the morning. Around approximately, let's say, 1.5 hours from 7:30 in the morning. Which date is the 24th of June? Okay, so 24th of June, 6th of Dhul Hijjah, I arrived into Mecca at 7:30 in the morning with the taxi. We've been driving around and walking around till around 11:30. 4 hours. 4 hours. Going up, going down. Of course, the driver, we went to the address they have. We had to Google the place before we leave to find out where it is. So when we Google it, they given us a specific address. So we went to that specific address. In there, we can't find it. 11:30, calling Hajj minister, asking them what is the address and all that. We will get back to you. What's your phone number? Send us an email. I did all that. Al-Rifada company, this is a company called Al-Rifada. Al-Rifada company does not exist. It shows exist on the Hajj minister website, but I don't have no address, no phone number. Now, they giving me a phone number here when I bought the package. I said, okay, when I get to Saudi Arabia, here is the phone number. I will call them. I will find out where they are in Mecca, so that I can get my bracelet. So I don't have no problem with anybody to stop me or in the road or anything like that. So 24 of Dhul Hijjah, 6 of Dhul Hijjah, 24 of June, brothers and sisters, I walked around 9.63 miles on that date. Okay. So anyway, so now I have no option. I have to solve my problem. It's a big problem. The company, they give me the package. When I went to Google it, does not exist on it exists under a name. So I went there, I can't find it. I went to the address, there is nothing there. We try to get some help from people. They work for other offices. We cannot find. I went to Arab Hajj, and the guy tried to help me. He gave me an address. So went to that address. We cannot find them either. So at the end of the day, there is no existence of these people in Mecca as Al-Rifada company. I'm just telling you, Al-Rifada company. So at the end of the day, what I have done, I have to find a space to sleep because I'm very tired now. I haven't slept for more than 24 hours. Actually, more than that. More than 30 hours, I did not sleep. So I am very tired, very fatigued, cannot walk around anymore. Anyway, I called some because I've been having some, I have some, people I've been made a relationship for the past 25 years going to Hajj. So I have some people still there, I know them personally. So I did Hajj with them before. I used their services before. So I called one of them. I said, listen, I need your help. I mean, I got stuck. I cannot find this company. We called Hajj minister. He doesn't want to give me a phone number for the company. He doesn't want to give me a location. We can't find a location. We can't find nothing there. It seems like the Hajj minister got, he doesn't know. But I asked the lady, do you have an address for these people? No, we don't have an address. Anyway, to make it short, I'm just trying to explain everything for you. So when you go to Hajj, you try to avoid my mistakes. I'm telling you, I'm very experienced at Hajj, and that happened to me. How about somebody doesn't know? So what I did, I called somebody. I said I wanted a place to sleep. If you go right now, you know the bed is expensive. So I wanted to sleep, a place to sleep. So I decided to go into where Al Aziziyah area, which is close to Mina and Arafah, because this is what I want. You know, so I called him. I said, hey, I want just a bed. I don't want a whole room, a bed. Okay, we start searching. I found a bed which would cost me around 1,500 riyal, about $400. So I give the guy $400 for that bed. So I give him 400 for a bed for the whole Hajj period. So I went there. It happens a guy from Egypt, so he speaks my language. He's from the same country I am, and he's a very nice, decent person. Because the guy, he introduced me to him. He was one of the best people I have known, not only in Hajj, only in my whole life. He's a PhD in Islamic Hadith, and he teach inside the Haram. MashaAllah, and he's very decent. So I called him, I said, doctor, I need your help. So he gave me that phone number. So I went. He gave me a very nice bed with some Egyptian guy, about 10 Egyptian guys with me in the same apartment. So we lived together in there, eat together, and it was a very nice company, by the way. So after all this suffering on that date, I went there, and then I said, okay, he advised me, said, listen, if you slept, you might not be, awake again and all that. So let's just do Umrah. So I went, I finished my Umrah. So on the 6th of July, which is the 24th of the Hajj, I walked 9.63 miles. 9.63 miles. So I did my Umrah and then all that. So I have to walk back. So 9.63 miles on the second day. So the first day I walked on the 23rd, 2.47, when I was looking for Ihram. So avoid traveling without Ihram. Buy your Ihram from me. You don't know what's going to happen in the middle of the road. The second issue, I made my Umrah. I walk around 9.63. On the 7th of Hijjah, I decided to sit in the room so I can relax, so I can be ready for the Hajj. I finished, alhamdulillah, my Umrah. Umrah, I went inside the Haram. You enter with the right. Of course, you already have your Ihram from the aeroplane. So I had my ihram already. So I make niyyah of Umrah before I leave in the aeroplane, before the miqat. So before I arrive the miqat, I decided to say لبيك اللهم عمرة متمتعا بها إلى حاج فإن حبسني حابس فمحلي حيث حبستني. So that is my niyyah. So with my ihram. So I went there with my ihram. I made my Umrah. I take my ihram off. I shave my hair. All that is done. Umrah. Of course, Umrah is very nice. Umrah is very nice. I will explain it to you in a simple issue. You need ihram before miqat. You make talbiyah till you reach Kaaba. You enter the Kaaba with the right leg. You make talbiyah till you reach the Kaaba. As soon as you see the Kaaba, you stop making talbiyah. And then you make the dua of seeing the Kaaba. You see the Kaaba, as the meaning of, oh Allah, as you bright this Kaaba and make it great. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make me also great as you make your Kaaba great. So it's a beautiful dua you make for yourself, that Allah will increase your tashrif and ta'zim, and honor. And then after that, brothers and sisters, you look for Al-Hajar Al-Aswad. So when you enter from King Abdul Aziz door. So as soon as you enter, you see Al-Hajar Al-Aswad. The Hajar will be in your left side. You raise your hand, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. And then you start making the circle around the Kaaba. And you making dua. When you reach Al-Hajar Al-Yamani, you make a specific dua. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. And you continue till you reach Al-Hajar Al-Aswad. You continue around the second, and then of course before you enter the tawaf, you have to uncover your right shoulder, called al-indiba'. So you uncover your right shoulder. So and then you start walking 7 times around the Kaaba. After you finish that, you look for Maqam Ibrahim, you pray 2 rak'ah. First rak'ah al-Fatiha, Qul Ya Ayyuhal Kafirun. Second rak'ah al-Fatiha and Qul Huwallahu Ahad. After you finish, you start walking into Zamzam. And when you see, of course, طبعا, when you make tawaf, and this is something, very real. You should really cry to Allah and ask Him for your need. And look for the door of the Kaaba, go there and lift your hand and say, ask Allah for help. Al-Multazam, where is the Prophet ﷺ said, here is the place you can make dua and be, and be humiliated to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then you pray the 2 rak'ah, and you remember the azama of Allah, remember Sayyidina Ibrahim, and you make your dua to Allah. And then you go to Zamzam and remember Sayyidina Hajar, all that. And then remember Ismail alayhi salam used to drink, and if you have a need, ask Allah for it, because Zamzam lima shuriba lah. After you finish with Zamzam, you go into As-Safa, جبل الصفا, and then you read the ayah إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله فمن حج البيت أو اعتمر فلا جناح عليه أن يطوف بهما ومن تطوع خيرا فإن الله شاكر عليم. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت على كل شيء قدير الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله وتعالى بكرة وأصيلا. And then you continue for the dua. And then after that, Alhamdulillah الذي نصر عبده وعز, there's a specific dua. And then you remember Sayyidina Hajar, when she is in need of water for Ismail, and you remember your need to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then you go al-Marwa to al-Safa to al-Marwa 7 times. Each one of them is a trip. You end by al-Marwa, and after that you walk out, and then you shave your hair. After you shave your hair, and then you just take a shower and just put your regular clothes, and then you finish with your Umrah. And this is, inshallah, the first part of my Hajj trip. So I ended on the 7th of July, which is Sunday. Of course, I have to go pray Fajr and Isha and all that. So I walked around 1.95 miles. So for the first 3 days of my Hajj trip, I walked around 14.05 miles. 14.05. Remember these numbers, because this is going to help you with something, which in kilometers is going to be about 22.48 kilometers. 22 kilometers in 3 days. Okay? So now, my first part is finished with you on the 7th of July, after I finished my Umrah, as I have decided to sit on the 7th of July in the house, not to go anywhere except for Salah only. They have a Jama' in there, which is in Al-Aziziyah called Masjid Al-Khalifi. Masjid Al-Khalifi is very close to Mina. It's about almost, maybe about 2.5 to 3 miles to Mina. So I had to let you know that later on, about 45 to almost 45 miles. 45 minutes to an hour minute walking to Mina. Anyway, on the 7th of the Hajj, I decided to sit in the house, and that is a complete on my first part of my Hajj trip, ended by 7th of July, finishing my Umrah. Inshallah, I will continue with you in part number 2. Please tune me up. Don't forget, I want you to really listen to that video. It's very important for you, because at the end, I'm going to include for you exactly what you should do, because I have suffered in this trip. My whole body was swelling, and I don't want you to go through that, through that issue. May Allah bless you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.